All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Student Story Week. This is day two, and this is our first session of day two. We have a couple of students here from representing Fulton Montgomery Community College. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Sure, my name's Noah Clark. Originally, I'm from Scotia, New York, and I graduated from FMCC in 2016, and now I'm
Nice.
All right, my name is Eden Admasu Asafa. I am from Ethiopia. I am new for FMCC. I joined this semester, and I like it so far.
Very good. And Eden, are you currently on campus?
Actually, I'm living out of campus, but for this summer, I just went to visit my aunt now.
Okay, very nice. All right. So, first of all, why did you choose FMCC Fulton Montgomery?
Uh,
Go ahead.
okay, thank you. All right. First thing that makes me to choose is since I was a kid, I liked, I just wanted to live in New York because people say a lot about New York, and I have applied more than 5 universities in New York, but unfortunately, FMCC only accepted me, and plus the cost is really, low than other universities, so that's why I chose it.
yeah. Building off of that, I definitely chose here for cost efficiency. I'm a little local here, so like where I grew up is maybe 30, 40 minutes away. And I didn't quite know what I wanted to do yet for school, so I knew I wanted to get into graphic design, and this school had a program here. So I thought it would be a good way to kind of get my foot in the door with higher ed and really explore what I want to do.
Nice. And Noah, did you live on campus?
I did, yep. I lived the both years up here.
Awesome. And what is your favorite part about studying in upstate New York specifically? Noah, can you start?
Okay. So, well, I liked being up here because the campus and the towns around us are kind of small towns. So it's really kind of easy to navigate, kind of get yourself into the culture here. Um, I really I like upstate New York just because there's a lot to do. I mean, there's a lot of great hiking areas. We're right in the Adirondacks, so there's a lot of opportunities for outdoor activities. And FM, of course, the school offers a bunch of activities on campus, whether it's uh, getting involved with a club or student senate, things along those natures. It's great. I don't think I'll leave upstate New York anytime soon. The Adirondacks are keeping me here.
Awesome. Eden, what about you?
All right. I am new for US and for New York, but what I like about upstate New York is yeah, it's a small community, and it's really quiet for someone new like me. And plus, because it's really small, the society, you're not gonna be afraid as a new student. And plus, the society and the school faculty they are really nice. They show you things how to do. If you are lost, they're gonna show you, and you're gonna feel like a family here because it's a small society, and I like about that. And unfortunately, I come on at the COVID time, so I didn't get the time to just go out and enjoy and see different activities. But for sure, on the fall, I'm gonna do that.
Hopefully soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Noah, you said you like to do outdoor activities. Well, you're from New York, so maybe it's not a big change for you, but how did you adjust to weather, or how does the weather affect your outdoor activities? And Eden specifically, how did you adjust to the weather, the big difference?
So
Oh,
I'm a huge gamer. So like playing video games has always been, you know, the indoor winter activity. It's never too shy to get around that. There are still some things you can do outdoors. I mean, I actually took up snowboarding shortly before I graduated from here. I went with some friends from New York City. They had never gone snowboarding before, and neither of us had I. So we just kind of went to one of the local mountains here and fell a bunch of times and had a
Awesome. Did you go snowboarding?
No, I didn't. I didn't do that, but I hope I'll do it on the next winter. So about the weather, it was really cold for me because it's a new thing. I never saw snow here like this in my country. Always whole months in my country is always warm. And when I come for the first time, I saw a snow. That's really a nice thing for me. And even though it was cold, I tried to, keep myself warm and stay at home playing video games and studying. So that's what I did.
For us New
Awesome. And
Yorkers, we see snow and like the first day it's like, oh, this is pretty. And then like it's like, oh, I need to go to the store in this.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, the snow is really different. I never saw this kind of snow in my country, but I like it. That's nice.
yeah, I'm from Canada actually, and it's the same thing. Like at the beginning, so beautiful, but then you're like, oh, I actually have to go outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta do things.
Yeah, I got to do things and deal with the snow. But yeah, it can be very beautiful, and activities such as snowboarding and skiing that you really have to take advantage when you live in a place like that. Um, do you have video game video games, but other hobbies or favorite things to do around upstate New York that um, maybe you can't do elsewhere that are very specific to upstate New York, um, that you can think of that are some of your favorite things to do?
Um, I mean, I did mention the hiking trails up here is something really remarkable. The Adirondacks are great, but we also just have like a lot of great uh, lakes and rivers, things like that. Um, so really enjoying like a lake day, it's something I really love about here, especially in the summer. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I'd have to say that's probably one of the only unique qualities we have.
nice, nice. And what is your Eden? What is your favorite part about student life in upstate
Um,
New York?
well, as I told you, it's just I was always home. I didn't enjoy to get the chance to just meet my classmate and others, my teachers and the professors. But I think on the fall, I'm gonna meet my classmates and my professors. So it's gonna be for me a new thing. We're gonna share ideas. I'm gonna know a lot of things that I didn't know, and it's gonna be a really good experience for me because they're gonna share me a lot of things that I never saw or heard about. And plus, on the upstate New York, I saw some animals that I never saw in my country, and
Like what?
um, I forget the name. The little thing that lives in the forest. Yeah,
Well,
maybe that's it. That's what it is. I never saw that thing in my life, and it was really a good experience for me. And I even tried to take a picture of it to just send to my family so that they can see it. And the other thing I heard about fishing, that's a really good thing. So I think I'm gonna do that on the fall. So this whole thing is really nice for a student life. Especially for someone like me who came from another country, it's going to be a new thing for them. Apart from the education, you're going to learn a lot of things in life, and that's really a good thing, more than the education, because you're going to learn about different activities that you're going to do, learn about the US culture and different things. So for a foreign student like me, it's going to be really a good thing. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it.
for sure. As an international student, you're not just learning what you learn, you know,
Yeah,
at community college or at your university, but so
yeah,
much more just in general,
yeah,
um, being in a new place, right?
yeah, that's right.
Right, perfect. So I have a question here. Let me see. For Eden, did you face any culture shock when you arrived?
Yeah, a lot of culture shock. The first thing is when I was working in campus there, and the first day that when I went there, I never met anyone there, and they were smiling and waving their hands, and I was like, do they know me? Because in my country we never do that. If you do that, you're gonna be considered as a kind of a weird person, and they were really sweet and kind of a family thing here. They were waving their hands and saying hi, how are you doing? They were asking me where I came, and I was in shock because it's really a different thing for me. In my country, no one is gonna talk to you when you are walking or something, and that's a big thing for me. And the other thing is even though I know how to speak English, but there are some words that you use, but when we use it, it feels like different. For example, like when someone say "get out of here," it feels like something something bad for a foreign person. But here it's just like a fun, just what to say it. So that's the second thing, and the other thing is about tipping. It was a really different thing for me. In my country, we never tip. So
Within a restaurant?
yeah, so tipping for waitress or something, that's also a different thing. So yeah, I've seen this whole different culture differences, but that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, those are things that you just have to get used to.
Yeah.
Um, Noah, do you have any advice for Eden in regards to kind of adjusting when coming from such a different culture?
Sure. So one thing I like about FMCC is we do, well, at least when I was here, there was really diverse campus. So a lot of my friends actually were international students.
Mhm.
And the thing is, like, you know, there's yes, there's differences in like culture and things like that, but there's a lot of things that you might find in common with them. Like, for example, you like video games. You said, I love video games.
Yeah.
I had a friend, his name is David, and he was from South Korea, and him and I were getting very excited for like the new Star Wars movies, and
Mhm.
you know, one great way I think to really get the full college experience is just make sure you get involved uh, with whatever you do. So whether that's a club or a job on campus, really getting involved with the student life is the best way you can have like a successful, fun experience with people you're probably going to remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree 100%. Getting involved, you make friends quickly. They can teach you all about living in New York and living in the US and
Yeah.
those little things. And yeah, it could be super useful for you. Noah, were you involved in any specific groups on campus, like
Yeah,
for fun?
I kind of did like too much when I was here. So I started out as an RA when I was living on campus, and then that kind of led to being involved in some meetings, different like groups on campus, trying to do different things, and one thing led to another, and then I was on the board of trustees. Uh,
Mhm.
so by that note, I was involved with the academic professor slash governance of the college. Uh, but then, on that same token, you're the liaison between the students and that body. So you got to be in student senate as well, uh, which I thought was probably the coolest thing. Just the collaboration in our student senate was like one of my favorite things about here.
Well, amazing. And of all the people that you've met from other countries, can you remember like how many, the different countries where you've met international, sorry, the international students that you've met on campus, like what countries they were from?
Yeah. So let me think for a second. I had a couple
South
friends
Korea.
from Japan. Um, I had at least one friend from China. Um, I had a friend from Sweden, and
Oh,
then South Korea. Um, who else? I can't remember the country, but there's this one guy. Was it? I can't remember. I don't want to say the wrong country, but yeah, no, those are just some of the few uh, that I remember.
Yeah, very diverse. That's awesome. And I'm sure as
Mhm.
an international student, Eden, hearing this, or other viewers who are international students will feel welcome that the people at Fulton Montgomery are open and accepting of international students and helping them join groups. And that's awesome. Join clubs, sorry, I mean. So as a final question, Eden, since you took that big leap, moving to the U.S. and studying there, do you have any advice for other international students who are thinking or thinking of studying abroad, but maybe are kind of on the edge or maybe scared? What would you tell them?
Well, when you come as an international student, most of us are scared, because of the cultural difference and the English barrier. One of the two things are really difficult for us. So I would advise any international student who is coming to US or to the upstate New York to study, to be open-minded, to just see things, learn, and to be really focused on simple things because that matters most. And yeah, and I advise them to ask, when they see something different or when they see something that they don't know, it's better to ask, not rather than just keep it. It's good to just ask because it's going to be a knowledge for us. So yeah, I am a good asker. I ask everything I see, even their names and everything. I like to ask, and it really helped me. And the other thing is, I don't know, I like to talk. Yeah, Noah and me, we made like 2 days. Like, right, we were working for 2 days, and
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and I like to talk. I like to ask and to talk, to be friendly with everyone, because I know for sure there's gonna be something that I'm gonna get from them. So I advise all international students when they arrive to US, they should be open-minded, and they should be asking questions, and they shouldn't be afraid of anything. If they do some mistakes, or if there's any failures, they shouldn't be afraid of that because we all are here to learn. So it's gonna be a good thing for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
that's
sure. And even thank you. And even the domestic students, they want to help you. They're not going to make fun of you. They're not going to
yeah,
judge your English, right, Noah? You're.
yeah,
right, absolutely.
yeah.
Do you have any last words, Noah? Any last tips for international students as well?
Um, no, that's pretty much it, really. I mean, like Eden was saying, people are really friendly, and they're definitely willing to help you and give you a chance. And they want to learn about what your culture is like too, because not a lot of us get the privilege to travel, and I think that's amazing that people actually come from their countries here.
Yeah,
So a lot of people are going to want to know what's up in your country, what's it like in your towns, what your daily life is like. And, you're going to find a lot of common ground too. Um, so yeah, don't be afraid.
perfect. Thank you so much, Noah and Eden, for sharing your experience and your advice.
Thank
So
you.
this will wrap up our session of Life as a Student in Upstate New York. Thank you guys, and
Thank you so
have a
much.
good